Yo, people, what you telling me back again for another Red Talk, Saeed? What's good, my brother?
Yes, big up, man. It's been a minute, man. It's been a minute. You get me? Obviously, international break and that, but yeah, man. Can't complain. Weather's amazing outside. You know what I'm saying? So, man, stepped out and that, and yeah, man. Thought the football would be good to come back. Thought I was a bit excited. I thought, you know what? Let's see what I go on. But bro, same old, man. You know them ones. But what you saying though?
Yeah, same, bro. It was dead, bro. Do you know what I mean? It was super,
Dead.
super dead, fam. Like, it's one of them ones. I even said before the game, I was looking forward to the game.
Yeah, yeah.
It felt like we hadn't seen football in ages. I was optimistic when I saw the starting lineup. And then,
Mm.
bro, it's the same old shit, bro. Like, I didn't see nothing that we learned in the international break that this manager took into this game, bro. Like everyone was saying that he needs more time on the training pitch. We need injuries, recovery from injuries, all of these things. All of these things happened just for us to see more of the same old shit, bro. I'll be real. I wasn't happy, bro. Like 70% of the ball and absolutely nothing
Yeah.
to show for it, bro. Like man could say we had 20 attempts, but bro, name them because I don't remember them. What would the 20
Maguire
attempts?
chance was the best one. That was it. Maguire one at the end. That was it, really.
Yeah, but what exactly that got cleared off the line, and then the long shot from Bruno that he should have done better with. He went the wrong side. There was a header from Bruno that had no power on it, and then a Mason Mount shot. Like in 90 minutes, we just spoke about 4 chances, bro.
Yeah. That's pretty much it, man. Like, I feel like a lot of people are looking like for positives in it, but like the problem is when you like search for positives, yeah, you're trying to like say, but we didn't play that badly. Like, is that it? But Nottingham Forest didn't really. They weren't fearing, like they weren't like on edge. You feel me? Like they didn't feel like the game was getting away from them. Literally, like that goal line clearance was pretty much it, man. They were comfortable in what they were doing. They sat back. They did what they had to do, man. Like, I'm not blaming Forest. I've got to blame United and how they break them down. The onus
can't blame Forest.
Yeah, the onus is on us to break them down. The onus is on us to find solutions, find things to get to do what we need to do. But listen, man, it's like when Garnacho's doing what he's doing, and then you got like I don't know, like the thing with Hoyland, right? I actually think he didn't do that badly in terms of like holding up the ball, yeah. But the problem was he actually wasn't in the box and wasn't a threat more than Maguire, which says a lot. And he's a defender.
You know what it is with Rasmus Højlund? What I've started to realize, yeah, is that he's not a good striker, innit? And it's one of them things where because his confidence is so low, he's starting to try and do what Xerxes does. He's trying to go towards the ball and link and stuff. But like, bro, like that's not why we signed you. We absolutely did not sign you to try and drop off, go towards the ball and try and link, bro. Like that's not your strength. So now you're seeing him like pick up certain positions in between the lines to get on the ball more.
Yeah.
But the things that's supposed to be his bread and butter, which is getting into the box and scoring goals, he's not doing. Do you see what I mean? So it's one of them things where Rasmus Højlund is a lost cause, isn't it?
Facts.
He's a lost cause.
He is. He's a lost cause, man. So it's like, the thing is, right, you can do all of that, but then the problem is like you need to be in the box and you need to be a threat. And he is not that. And yeah, man, through Maguire, and that's what we're at right now, man. Throw Maguire in as a striker, man, with what 10 minutes to go in that, and the wrong players are on the ball a lot of the time. This is the problem that's killing us, man. The wrong players are on the ball a lot of the time. It's like them guys don't need to be there, and then when you do need players up the pitch, it's like they're too deep, and then there's no runners off them. Like it was bad, man. Like genuinely, like we can blame the players, absolutely, man. I mean, we can say whatever, but like I feel like for me, it's like if that's playing well, then boy, we're far away, then, isn't it?
Bro, brother, I see your brother, yeah, in my comments, and the thing is, I don't really read the comments. Like more times, I'll see like the top comments or something like that, or when you log into your studio, you see the last 3 comments.
Yeah.
Brother, look, bro, listen, I read the first line and just ignored it, but bro, imagine what man said, yeah. Because literally, this was just before we went live. A man said, yeah, the first line was, dude, Rants, relax, blood. This game was actually one of United's best games, just unlucky. Bruv, what? If this is one of the best games, yeah, if this is the best we have to look forward to under this manager, get him out now. Because how am I trying to tell me that was a good performance, bro? One of our best games. How?
Yeah.
I've seen us.
I'll go one further. I got this comment saying, if Man United won and Garnacho scored, how is your comment?
What's that got to do with anything?
Bro, I seen on the Insta DM, he goes, yo, if United won and Garnacho scored, how is your comment? I said, brother, it didn't happen, innit? Like,
it didn't happen.
It didn't happen, man. You know what I mean? So stop forcing the situation. Like, for me, it's like, we didn't get absolutely outplayed. I don't think so. Like, Nottingham Forest didn't outplay us.
But they scored early enough. They didn't need to outplay us. They got the goal and they parked it off.
Yeah. In that aspect, yeah, like our defense was solid. Euro was excellent. Like they were comfortable because Awoniyi didn't really do much. He was holding up the ball well, but then as soon as they got to the final third, they didn't really do much. Yeah, but the problem is though, like
they don't have quality.
This is what's gonna happen a lot of the time. Like, you know, teams are gonna just say, you know what, like, cool, they're not really that great. Let's let them have the ball, and then we're just gonna do what we need to do up front, and we can be more effective. And a lot of teams are doing that now. It's becoming a physical league. It's becoming that sort of league where pace and power is involved, and there's a lot of these Ilangas now that are running, like Minte and all these guys. And this is what's gonna happen.
That's what the league is, bro. That's what the league is. It's now, unfortunately, in the Premier League, you have to fight fire with fire now, innit? You have to. Like all these teams need players like this now. Like that Elanga goal was embarrassing, by the way. Like I sat there and I watched every single minute of Nottingham Forest versus Brighton, and it went to penalties, bro. They couldn't run through Brighton like that, bro. Every time we were taking a corner, we were vulnerable to the counter attack, bro. Why can't we set up our defense to stop man from countering on us, bro? As soon as we get counter attacked, we just part like the Red Sea every time, bro. Like, that's coaching. I don't care what anyone says, because you're supposed to set up a team to deal with these counter attacks, bro. Why can't we deal with them? Because it's not personnel. Because Brighton don't have a Mazraoui, Euro, Delete, Ugarte. Like, they don't have that. So how come they, bro? So how come they can deal? How come Brighton can deal with counter attacks and know how to counter press, but we don't? Do you know what I mean? Our team looks better when this manager doesn't coach them. When he doesn't coach them and we play the mid to low block, we look good. That's how we win all our games.
Yeah, the ones where we've been winning. Yeah.
But when we defend how Rude had us defending, we win. And when we do what he tells us to do, we lose, bro. That's the reality. Like, this is what people need to understand, bro. Like, man can say it's the players and all these other things, but it's like he's setting this team up to do something they're incapable of doing, bro. Like, they're incapable, bro.
You know, for me, I didn't even think we needed Casemiro Ugarte yesterday, if I'm being honest with you. Like,
we didn't need Ugarte, bro.
Yeah. You could have. The thing is, I don't know why he keeps doing this Bruno left-hand gimmick, man. He ain't.
It doesn't work.
Why do you keep doing that? That's what I'm saying. Like, I think for me, that one there, it's like, yeah, cool. Nottingham Forest have a lot of midfielders and they got Gibbs White going in midfield and whatever, but they don't necessarily use the ball in midfield. They don't. They just sit in the low block.
Yeah, they're a quick transition team, low block. That's how he tried. That's how he played at Wolves. And this is how he tried to play at Spurs, and they weren't having it. You know them ones. Like, this is what Nuno does. Nuno is on the Jose Mourinho thing, bro. That's what he's on. He's on the scumbag thing. And the maddest thing about our game yesterday, I've said it so many times. When Manchester United are gonna dominate the ball, have Ugarte and have Bruno and Casemiro in the pivot. No problem. Like, you could even played Eriksen in the pivot yesterday. I'll be honest, their midfield didn't offer nothing
when he came on. Yeah,
bro. Like, we need players that are going to be better on the ball. This was a game for Xerxes in the midfield to keep the ball. This was a game for him in there. This was a game for having Bruno and Cass in the double pivot. This was the game for it, bro. This was not the game. This was not the game to be playing Ugarte. Ugarte doesn't help us progress the ball, and we never had nothing in the midfield to worry about from them. So we didn't need Ugarte. Ugarte is the guy that puts out fires. There was no fires yesterday, bro. We had 70% of the ball.
Man City's the game for Ugarte.
Exactly. That's the game for Ugarte. Not this game against a team that's going to let you have the football.
What's the possession yesterday, by the way? 60%?
70% or something, 68 or
there
something.
You go. That's a lot of possession, bro. Like,
to do nothing with it, Saeed.
Yeah. My thing is that my worry with the manager is that he overcomplicates things, man. I don't know what it is. Like, when we're like doing something positively and he feels like he's got it here now, like the Leicester game, okay, cool. And all of a sudden, you just complicated for no reason. We see the fault. He put, what was that Manu situation? Out of nowhere. And I'm like, what are you doing?
False nine.
So, and my thing is, with Xerxes, yeah, he was getting the, so this is the problem, right? Xerxes was getting the ball, yeah, linking up play well, yeah. But then everyone expected Xerxes to be in the box when nobody was there.
But here's the thing. Here's the beauty of this, yeah, because Xerxes done an interview with Bruno Fernandes before the game, yeah. And they were asking him, like you said before, you're not really a 9 or a 10, this, that, and the other. Xerxes said, listen, I just want to win. I've been playing in the 10. I'm playing in the 9 today. The manager's told me he doesn't want me dropping deep. Why would you have a player like Xerxes in your team and tell him not to drop deep?
Yeah.
Why would you do that? So you're basically telling Xerxes, everything you're good at, don't do it. And people are going to tell me that this is a good coach. Bro, people are going to tell me this is a good coach. How can you, bro, listen, Saeed. Bro, how can you say everything you're good at, don't do that? How is that good coaching? On what planet is that good coaching? You know,
I think it's just about I need to be in the box or something like that. I don't know what. There was another quote as well. I think it came out.
I'm telling you now, that is the biggest piece of crap I've ever heard. If that's not a red flag, that is a nuclear bomb, bro. Like, what are you doing? Like, bro, you're saying everything you're good at, don't do that.
Yeah, you just.
How is that going to improve the team? Telling a man, not to do everything that he's good at, bro. Like, that don't make no sense. Your job as a coach is to look at all your players, see what they're good at, and maximize that.
Because I think that he's trying to shoehorn Bruno in and shoehorn players in. That's his problem. That's what I think he's doing. I don't think he's doing it specifically because he feels like that's what Xerxes is. Because he keeps flip-flopping around what Xerxes is. 1 minute he's saying he's not a striker, 1 minute he's praising him. 1 minute he's saying Casemiro, I'm getting the best out of him. 1 minute it's I feel like a manager, I think he's emotional in it. So he's kind of like being a bit. I don't know.
He took off Xerxes and put Maguire up front.
I know that right there.
Brother, I said it. We saw Maguire up front before GTA 6, bro. Harry Maguire.
Yeah,
brother. What are you doing?
I know. My thing is, I keep saying it, bro. Like when you shoehorning players in for the sake of it, and you shoehorning Garnacho in, and you persisted on Garnacho, you persisted on Bruno playing in that 10 role when again you've been seeing him play better from the 6, even though I again don't believe he's to be in there, full stop, regardless. But for now, that's his best position because he can dictate from deep. You know what I mean? And it's not a hindrance because he became a hindrance, bro. He kept losing the ball. You see what I'm trying to say, bro? He literally kept losing the ball, bro, because it's like them kind of position, you got to be a bit smarter. He can't do the 1-2 flicks like Xerxes can. He's not used to that, bro. He's used to literally getting the ball from deep and spamming it into space. That's where he's most effective for him. You get me?
And also with Bruno, the reason why I said Bruno ain't a 10 is because, bro, Bruno's best attributes are his running, 1,
I know,
which is not the attribute of a 10,
No.
And it's him playing these passes into space. He's not an intricate real passer. Like he's
the guy. Not, bro.
He's the guy that's gonna play passes into space. So he needs to be deeper. He needs to be further from the goal. He needs to be behind the football. So
simple.
We can see that every time he plays Bruno in the 10, all of Bruno's best performances this season have been in the 8. All of them. But every single one.
But why change it for Forest, who play a deep block, deep block?
Bro, when you've got players, bro, when you've got a team that plays a deep block like that, you need your players that are good in the intricate things near the edge of the box. You don't need Bruno near the edge of the box because that's not where he does his damage. He does his damage arriving, bro. He makes them late runs, like getting onto headers and all of these things and running in behind the third man runs. He's not going to do a third man run, from in the 10 position. He's not going to do that, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like when I look at how he set the team up, Xerxes, I said before the game, he was always going to be isolated in this game because we don't have the progressive passes to get the ball into his feet without him dropping deep. So you can tell Xerxes to not drop, but then if Xerxes not dropping deep, you need someone like a Sander Berg, that's going to thread the ball and punch it into his feet so he can stay high up the pitch and then pop it off. The problem is Xerxes has to drop deep because there's no one that can punch that ball 15, 20 yards into his feet. There's no one. Bruno's not that kind of player.
And the runners off him were literally crashing at every moment. You know what I mean? And like the ball that was played into Dorgu, like Dorgu should have run into the space. I don't know. He just crossed straight away. Like that's on Xerxes, is it? You know what I mean? So I've never seen Xerxes that frustrated when he came off. Normally when you come off here,
he was fuming.
He was fuming because he was like, "Bro, you're telling me to do something, but then nobody's
working.
Yeah, it's not working." It's not working.
But also, you're telling me to do something that doesn't make sense. Like, he's been our best player for the last month at least, yeah. So it's one of them ones with last 6 weeks because we had 2 weeks off. So you take me out of the position that I've been playing so well in, and then you take me off. Like, that's crazy. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is my problem. Him putting Xerxes in the 9 yesterday is no different to Kobe playing well in the 10, then he putting Kobe in the 9 the next game, bro. Like, it makes no sense. Xerxes played so well in that left 10. That left 10 is supposed to be his. They're supposed to move everything else around him because that's what he's been doing, bro. This manager chopping and changing, and it's not to the benefit of the team. I seen what Fabio Capello said about Pep Guardiola, and he's spot on, bro. These modern managers want to overcomplicate things, and their ego comes before the team, bro. Their ego and their ideology comes before the fucking team. Everything's about how they see the game. And when you listen to Amorim speak, all he talks about is how I see the game, how I see the game. Brother, man don't care how you see the game, bro. You're losing. Win games, bro. Do you get it? Win games.
Yeah. But the problem is, though, yeah, like, I don't know if you remember, but the manager spoke about Garnacho playing on the right and him being better in terms of not overthinking. And he's actually just running in a straight line and then passing rather than being on the left, yeah, then having to cut in all the time and just shooting for no reason, bro. Like, it didn't make sense that at all. Like, when he went on the left-hand side and he persistently kept doing what he was doing, right? Come on, bro, man. That ain't gonna help anyone, bro. So that the lack of accountability to take him off was crazy. I don't care whether he is our only attacker. You put Mason Mount on that right left 10, and then you put Bruno in the right 10 if you have to. Or you go leave Xerxes on that side or put Eriksen on that side. You don't keep a player on like that who was literally every time like stopping our play. He had 20. How many shots did he have yesterday?
7, I think, none on target or something crazy.
Crazy, man.
Bro, he broke his record against Arsenal. I think the Arsenal game was 5, I think.
Do you know what I mean? So that always a consistent turnovers and that, and the fact that, like, you're just having nothing in our attack. But come on, man. You can't do that. But he'll play next game and everything's all rosy. And that's the thing, though, man. You have to stamp your authority, bro. And for me, it's easy to take out these men in it, Xerxes and Casemiro on these men. Yeah, it's easy. It's easy. No one's gonna judge you. But the real ones that you need to take off now, come on, bro, man.
Yeah, and bro, you know the reason why I'm furious, bro? Because it's like, bro, it's passion, bro. I love my football team, yeah, and also I love football. You know what I'm saying? So when I speak about these things, I get annoyed because it's like,
yeah,
I feel like I see things, yeah, so early. And then people say, oh no, Rants, give it time. Rants is too early. Remember when I was telling man about Ugarte, bro? After one game, a man was saying, oh, Rants is too early. I was cooking Ugarte, bro. Like, as soon as he came in, a man was like, nah, Rants is too early. It's too early. It's too early. Do you know what I mean? And then Ugarte had a few good games where he won a few tackles, yeah. And then everyone was like, oh, Rants, you might be wrong. And I held my hands up. I said, right, maybe I did jump the gun. Turns out I wasn't wrong. Do you know what I'm saying? Turns out I wasn't wrong. Do you know what I mean? Who garbage? Who Gallagher, bro? I told him he's trash, man. Like, he's just a runner.
I disagree. I think there's a player with Ugarte.
I think there is a player, but he's a German Shepherd, bruv. He's the brother that he's there for protection only. That's it. Do you know what I'm saying?
But remember, like, we go like we bought Casemiro without someone right next to him. We bought Ugarte without someone who can play the ball. Like, the thing is, right, I think any midfielder would struggle in that area when you don't have a ball playing midfielder alongside you, bro.
Yeah, but we should have got Sander Berg, bro. Man, been
there you go.
He was the player. That was my Michael Carrick. That's who I wanted. 25 million. We spent 60 million on flipping, bruv, a dog, bro, that just retrieves the ball. That's it. Yeah. Just throw the ball in the park, retrieves the ball. Do you know what I mean? And I'm watching Sander Berg play for Fulham, bro. Like, just gliding across the pitch.
Gliding, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Winning tackles, reading the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, building, like, that's exactly the player we needed, bro. He would have been the player that had been able to fizz the ball into Xerxes yesterday in the number 9 position and enable Xerxes to receive the ball and us to squeeze up the pitch. The reason why we couldn't squeeze up the pitch and keep Forest back, because they were sitting deep. But why was there no passage of play where we were on their halfway line and they were pinned back and they couldn't get out? Because we couldn't set up, because we don't keep the ball in the attacking third long enough for us to push all of our players up. So it's like we're playing counter-attack versus counter-attack. You can't play counter-attack in football against a team that doesn't commit. They don't commit, bro.
I know. They
You know what I'm
literally
saying?
commit, like they don't even like. And you know what it is for me, like with the Odegaard situation is like, yeah, don't get me wrong, like Casemiro's got a better passing range, yeah, but it's like you still need someone there next to him who can progress the ball.
Yes, someone better than him,
Someone better
100%.
than like, and that's my thing is, I feel like for me, judging a player because he hasn't got like this is a classic example. Like people used to look at Paul Pogba, people used to look at all these players like, yeah, cool. Pogba might not be able to provide you this, but it's like, bro, like who's next to him? Who's around us? Like
The one thing I would say with
stuff around you.
The one thing I say about that comparison is Pogba had so many things he was good at that the things that he wasn't good at, I could overlook it because I'll find someone to complement him.
Yeah.
Ugarte's not good enough at anything for me to find someone to accommodate Ugarte because Ugarte is only a ball winner. He's not a good passer. He's not a good shooter. He's not a good ball carrier. Casemiro's good at attacking the box. He's a good enough passer. He's a goal threat. He can shoot and he can head the ball. So he's got more things and he reads the game well. So he's got more things to his game. I would accommodate him and I would have a first phase ball player next to Casemiro because, and even Sanderberg is mobile. Like Sanderberg's not slow. He gets up and down. He's tall. He can cover the pitch. Him next to Cass would be a beautiful balance in that pivot, a beautiful balance. And then if you want to play Bruno in a roaming position in that midfield, you can play. If you got Sanderberg and Cass behind Bruno, you're cool. Like Bruno can go fuck off and do what he wants, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? But the problem with Ugarte is he doesn't help progressing the ball, and football starts at our goalkeeper. Everyone talks about the striker, but it's how you get the ball from point A to point B.
Yeah.
We don't progress the ball well as a team, and Ugarte is meant to be one of the main facilitators. He's meant
one
to
of the
be.
main, yeah, one of the main that's meant to get the ball, and yeah, exactly. But you know what it is with Ugarte now. Obviously, we bought him 50 million, right? The manager is literally the one that played with him, or sorry, managed him at Sporting Lisbon, and he's the one that's taking him off. Have you noticed? He's been taking him off like the first one all the time. Like, he's the first one, and that right there should be a big signal to like, wow, the manager don't even know what to do with him now. But then they're playing the same system. You know what I mean? Like, but then what he's doing is, again, the manager, he's looking at, right, how can I want to win the game. I want to try to do this. I want to prioritize this. He's prioritizing the wrong things for me. And it's like, he's looking at the savior, right? Bruno, Garnacho, they're the ones that I've got to really keep on the pitch, right? So them guys there are going to win me the game. But it's like,
he's doing no different to what Ten Hag did. Ten Hag used to play Bruno and Garnacho all the time because he thought they were going to scumbag him a goal, bro. He's doing exactly what Ten Hag did, bro. There's certain man he leaves on because he thinks that they can bail him out.
Yeah, and I think for me that's a wrong mentality because it goes away from what you said about riding the storm and suffering, you know, because you said we're going to suffer and we're going to play our way. But then I'm hearing a couple of weeks later, right, it's about results and it's about getting this and we can park off the whole style of play and whatever. So I don't know, because for me, the more you do this, the more we're going to get found out. There's more games coming up, you know. There's big games coming up. Like, you think this is the hardest game? We got Newcastle, all these games, Brentford. Like, bro, like, you think this is over?
Yeah.
Like, this ain't over, you know?
100%. You know what I mean? And you see this thing here, where man saying Ugarte's, someone said before, Ugarte, we've got bigger problems than Ugarte. Bro, you know what you need to realize? What you need to realize is it's not about bigger problems. Like football, yeah,
you got to deal with the problems.
Yeah, football is about synergy, bro. Like from back to front, everything needs to be in sync. If one thing's out, it messes up the whole thing. So when you say bigger problems, then Onana's a massive problem because he's part of the spine.
Yeah,
Ugarte is part of the spine, so he's a problem inherently. You know the amount of times yesterday where the ball went into Ugarte and he could have turned out and released Dallo on the right-hand side and he was free. And instead, he took a negative touch and then he passed the ball to Cass, who was like 5 yards away from him. And then Cass is under pressure. He's forcing the ball to Cass and Cass has got a player on him. So Cass is just kicking the ball away. And then we've lost it again.
It's not his game. It's uncomfortable. Like, like for me, like even in that midfield for Uruguay, yeah, there was other midfielders in there that were more dictating. I think even, you know, what's the Tottenham midfielder called? He was the one that was dictating. What's his name called, man? He plays for Tottenham.
And he's suspended.
Yeah. So he was the one that
can he play international, just not in the Prem?
Who?
The Tottenham midfielder. I swear, what's his name?
Bentancur.
Yeah, Bentancur. Yeah, he's suspended in the Prem, but he can play international.
I think so. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
So basically him, yeah. him in that midfield for Uruguay, because I watch Uruguay a lot, yeah. It's not really Ugarte that's dictating the play. It's man like Bentancur. There's Valverde in there as well. They're the one. He's just kind of there to kind of almost like put out the fires. You feel me?
Yeah, that's what he is. He's a guard dog. That's what he is.
But again, like I said to you, what makes them so good, especially the Copa America last year, is that he did that role well. And all the rest of them did their role. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So for us, it's like we need to find that and we need to do that. Like, I don't know what sort of midfielders we're getting, and that's my worry. I don't know what sort of midfielder the manager likes. I don't.
Bro, I'll be honest. Like you said it, he's a guard dog, yeah, but there's no intruders, blood. So man's just walking around the yard just with nothing to do, bro. Like when you got 70% possession, you don't need a guard dog, bro.
But then you know what I'm saying? You don't like Kobe there. You don't like who's gonna play there really? Like, and if he's gonna play Bruno next year, then I'm done. If he plays Bruno there next year, I think for me, I might have to just call it a day, bro.
Brother, I'll be real, yeah. It's one of them ones where I'm tired of modern coaches overcomplicating the game of football. It will never be complicated. It will never ever be complicated. Ever. Like football, as a coach, your first and foremost primary job here is to get the best out of as many players as possible. I'd argue it's your job to get the best out of every single player you have. Even if their best is a 6 out of 10, it's your job to get that 6 every week. It's your job to do that, bro. Like that, we saw 13 Premier League titles because of that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, Fergie didn't reinvent the wheel, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, all the coaches that have come from the school of Fergie have all been shit, bro. So we know he didn't give them a handbook.
We know.
He didn't give them a handbook because there isn't one. Do you know what I'm saying? There isn't a handbook for what he did. He just used common sense, and you can't teach common sense, unfortunately.
He simplified the game, bro. He simplified everything. Like,
you can't teach common sense. You can't teach someone to just do the obvious things. It's like the things he did was so obvious, that it went over the heads of everyone else that came after him, bro. That's why all of them, the Mark Hughes, the Steve Bruces, the Roy Keanes, all of these guys ain't the Paul Inces, all of these guys, none of them. There's not a good man. If you put them all together, you ain't got a good manager. You ain't got one.
Yeah.
Bro, it's a joke, bro.
You know what? I don't know. Like, things just don't feel natural. I mean, like, I think this season, 2025, there's a feeling that United, well, it's factual that United have lost less games than teams like Chelsea and them, man, yeah? But it still don't feel like we're really doing anything much. Like, he says we're playing a little bit better. He says, I see some things. I think it's far-fetched. I think, listen, he's won a couple of games, but again, the games that he's won against here, apart from Man City, they've been Ipswich, Southampton.
He ain't won no decent games, really. If you deep
free. And then you got obviously the game, you know, like I don't know, man. I Fulham, the 1-0, like, I don't know, man. I feel for me, it's one of them where, like, I don't. People can say, okay, cool, we got Ahmad out, etc., but I still feel like for what we got right now, we have to find solutions. We have to, like, and that is a big problem, bro. And the way we're trying to attack, it's not fluid, it's not cohesive. Yeah, the players that are there, for me, Garnacho ain't good enough. But I just feel like for me, there's certain things within the team that I'm like,
he keeps playing Garnacho though. Like, even this comment here, about Bruno Fernandes, like, bro, I massively disagree. You know why? You know why I disagree about the Bruno situation? Because this manager, picks Bruno, and this manager kisses his ass. So anything that Bruno does, Bruno's not responsible for it. I blame the manager. Bro, this manager's coming out saying, "Oh, we need to win the league for Bruno, and he deserves it." Bruno don't deserve a damn thing. Bruno's got what he deserved because we built this team around Bruno. We forced Pogba out for Bruno. We forced Pogba out this club to accommodate Bruno, and we've done nothing. Do you know what I mean? The whole time Bruno has been the focal point of this club, we've had our worst finishes in the history of this club in the Premier League with Bruno.
But he's the savior, though, isn't it? He's the savior. He's the one. And this is why yesterday I always say to people, like, you could never make me rate Bruno, man. Never. Like,
but also we can't blame Bruno because, brother, it's like seeing a spoiled child in the supermarket and blaming the child. You blame the parents.
Yeah. Facts.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the reason why Bruno's allowed to do this is because when he came into the club, Ollie said, "Oh, just do what you did at Sporting." That's what he said to him. And then this manager's come in And he's let man just do whatever he wants, bro. This bro was
You know
playing
what
in
it
a
is?
10 yesterday, and he's at left back, bro. Like, bro, we're building up here, and he's behind Dorgu, bro. And it's like, why are you behind Dorgu? You're meant to be our outlet. Do you know what I'm saying? So Bruno's been told since he's been at this club, he can go wherever he wants, do whatever he wants. You got the keys to Manchester. All the fans kiss his ass. So because of that, yeah, I can't blame Bruno because he's doing what he's allowed to get away with.
Yeah. But you know what as well, though? The thing is, though, I always say the litmus test for any manager that comes through the football club is how you deal with Bruno and what you do. Like, and it's going to be for every manager that comes in. And so far, every manager has pretty much failed in terms of understanding that with Bruno, you know, he's playing at his own pace. There is no kind of situation of, right, let's slow down for the team. Let's do this. Let's do that. Like, it's his level. And then because he wins those games and there's that feeling, then it's almost like there's an obligation for you to then now say, right, I think we've got to respect Bruno. I think I've got to be on Bruno's side here now. Rather than sticking to what your true beliefs are. And that's what happens with every manager, bro. Because they find themselves in a situation where they're desperate for results. They need to survive. Right? What can I do to survive? This player, let's get him on board. Let's get him on board. The fans' favorite here, the fans' favorite there. Cool. There you go. And this is what it is, bro. That's what you're saying.
Man can talk about fans' favorites all they want, yeah. Fans like winning games. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, yeah, I'm someone, yeah, who's very, very balanced on my opinions on all of these players. I've told you guys, some of Bruno's best performances in a Man United shirt, in my opinion, yeah, have been this season and in the 8, bro.
Yeah.
That's it, because I'm not a fan of this grenade launching rubbish. I'll give him credit where it's due. Like, I don't care about the penalties he scores because fair enough, yeah, you scored penalties. Well done, innit? Like, I watched Lampard do that loads. I still don't rate Lampard. Do you know what I mean? So, like, it is what it is. I never rated Lampard when he played. And when I say I didn't rate him, I didn't think he was rubbish, but I didn't rate him alongside the Scholes and the top elite midfielders. I didn't rate him there. That doesn't mean he wasn't a good player. I believe he was a better footballer than Bruno. A better footballer in terms of his understanding of the game, the positions he picked up. He never gave the ball away like Bruno. Like, Lampard was tidy. And I never rated Lampard with the elites. Do you know what I'm saying? But because Bruno's got elevated stats here, people are trying to use his stats here as a way to tell me that he's a good footballer. But bro, football is not played on paper. It will never ever be played on paper. This Bruno guy, yeah, is like Mo Salah in midfield. That's what he is. He's OP with stats, but my eyes tell me that this guy is he's clumsy. Like, do you know what I'm saying? He's clumsy. And no one can tell me otherwise, bro, because I've seen too much football, bro. I've seen too much. Man don't care about all these stats, bro, because you know what the wickedest thing is about all of his stats, yeah? People talk about chances created and all these things and where he ranks percentage-wise. He is first in the league, yeah, for balls played into the area, bro. So you're gonna get assists because the guy's always just slapping the ball in the area, bro. And that comes from direct free kicks, corners, and just hoofing the ball. If I get the ball and I keep slapping it into the box, yeah, for the whole season, 15 times a game, you think I'm not gonna get assists?
Bro, this is what I'm trying to say, man. Like, you are. It's gonna, like, the amount of volume you're putting them.
It's mad volume, bro.
But and the thing is, we don't get stats for the percentages where it's into the striker, it's into feet, it's into whatever, you know, a Hoyland or a whatever that's up front. You don't see them, but what you do see is when you them balls in behind, you put it into space. And this is the thing, man. I look at the manager right now, him putting him in the 10 role, like, I just felt it was just so stupid, bro. I don't know what was going through his head. I didn't like it. I never will like him playing there.
But also, Saeed,
yeah,
at Sporting,
yeah,
he never had a player of the profile of Bruno. So why is he playing Bruno in that 10 position? Both his 10s at Sporting are supposed to be good on the half turn, good on the ball. People are saying we're getting linked to Trincao. There's not an ounce of Trincao in Bruno Fernandes' game. Not an ounce. At least Xerxes can receive the ball on a half turn and carry it.
Yeah.
Like, what is he? So when he says he wants a very specific profile for striker, why does he want a specific profile for striker but no other position?
Yeah, that's alarming right there. Yeah, you're right. You're spot on.
Why?
I don't know. I think for me right now, he's a bit confused as to what he wants and what he's looking for. Like if you look at the first half, like Lenny Euro, we've been seeing him playing better on the left side of centre back role. He played him on the right, and then he played him in the second
And then
half.
he changed
on
him
the
in the
left.
second half.
He
But it's like,
changed him
what's
in
the
the
point
second half.
changing it now? We're already a goal down,
I
and it's
know.
not going to affect us winning the game, like moving him from left to right. It's like there was a change that didn't make sense to me.
Yeah, but he experimented it. It didn't go well, and then all of a sudden he's changed it. He then said, "Yo, second half, Bruno's not working left 10." And my worry is that, yo, you do these sort of experiments, and then teams to go 2-3-0 up, and you haven't got the time to switch and change it around. And that there is a very risky game you're playing at, bro. You can't do that, man. Like you've got to stick with what you know and what you know is best at the start, bro. At the start, because what he does, it sets a precedent, man. It sets us, and that's how we did. We literally, in the first half, we're just not connecting the final dots. We're not playing the pass that we need to do, and that comes down to the players knowing that, right, from the off, we know what we're doing. And then the second half, you're chasing. And then it's going to become scatty. It's going to become a bit mismatched. And then you're going to see players like Garnacho shooting from where he needs to shoot from. And then, oh, yeah, cool. It's okay. Like, that's what happens, bro. At the second half,
but also the Garnacho shooting, that's, bro, as a coach, you have to get that out of his game.
But why is no one else in the... yeah, you have to do that. But even look at the players, like, man would be cussing this kid. Yo, pass the ball. I looked at Lewandowski with Lamine Yamal, said, yo, bro, like, you're a good player, yeah, but, bro, you need to start playing for the team, yo. And ever since then, like, I've seen Lamine Yamal now. Look at what he's doing, like, you know what I mean, bro? Like, it's evident you've got to understand your team, bro. There has to be seniority. Don't matter how talented you are. If the team are saying, yo, make sure you are playing with the team, that's how it's going to be.
Yeah, but, bro, again, there's no leaders in this team. And the thing is, not only is there no leaders,
only one
exactly.
That at him.
But Cass is the big dog, yeah. But the problem is, when Cass is the big dog and the manager doesn't reinforce that, then you have madness. Do you know what I'm saying? Because everyone knows that Cass is the big dog, but then you're not playing Cass. And then you're breading Bruno, but Bruno's not really a leader. We've seen that when we're losing, we can't rely on him because he loses his head and does madness.
He's already lost his head.
But that's what I'm trying to say. So when you put him as the leader, you messed things up. When Oli put Maguire as the leader, they messed things up, bro. The leadership at Manchester United from the top has been poor and it's filtered all the way down into the team, bro. That's the honest truth. Leadership starts above the players, bro. And there hasn't been proper leadership in this club for a long time. So because of it, it's just mayhem, bro. When you watch Man United play, it's like when we're winning, everything's good. As soon as we got to go down, we just disintegrate, bro. And it's been happening for years, bro.
It's actually quite alarming, man. And the thing is, right, Garnacho, bro, like he's another one. He's on the pitch as well. Because the fan base have hyped him up and the fan base have put him on this pedestal, yeah. B, the manager keeps playing him and he doesn't know, right, you're gonna get humbled here, you're gonna be benched. And then the players as well are also need to say, yo, listen, get back in your position, get back to doing the basics, yeah, and stop thinking you're Ronaldo, bro, because you're not. Yeah. His whole team.
Walker, what he said to João Felix and that everyone's saying.
Bro, it's true.
He said, bro, you're not Messi, man. Pass the ball, innit?
Pass the ball, man. Now you can let these guys know, man. And João Felix is what, 25?
Yeah.
He's actually like established footballer, bro. And it's like, he's telling him.
Yeah. But you need that, though. Do you know what I mean? And he's been a leader at Manchester City, and he's seen all of this.
Seen the best.
Like, nah, bro. He said, nah, fuck all this, man. Stop this. Do you know what I mean? And you need a manager that's going to give the players, you're going to need a manager that's going to give the players the freedom and the confidence to enforce these things on the pitch. The problem is, at Manchester United, it's kind of like, it's very clear that Dalot and Bruno are the favorites, yeah? It's clear that they're the favorites. Do you know what I mean? Like Dalot could, bro, I don't know. He could kill a civilian, bro, and he'll still be starting on the weekend, bro. It's one of them ones. Like, the manager loves him, innit? It's one of, when I see that, there's no real leadership, bro. There's no real leadership in the team, yeah? Like, Cass is literally the only one that you can see, like, that will grab Garnacho and say, what you fucking doing? He'll do it to everyone. He's the only person that kind of, he's his own man. He's not scared of no one. But it all seems like everyone's pussyfooting around and tiptoeing around. De Ligt's definitely the leader at the back. But because he's new, it seems like he's kind of within himself. Do you know what I mean? He's allowing Bruno to do all the other things. But De Ligt's really the leader on the pitch. And it's like the manager needs to be allowing these players to really take over the dressing room. Because ultimately, The players are the ones that control the players, bro. As a coach, if you're a smart coach, you give the players the tools to marshal other players, because you ain't got time to be speaking to 22 man. You don't have time to do that as a coach.
You ain't got time. You ain't got time. For real. You ain't got the time. This is the thing, man. It's proper annoying, because it's like you ain't got the time, and these players, bro, like I don't know, man, but I just don't really like rate a lot of these guys, man. It's like these man just the quality and the know-how and just the intelligence, bro. It's just like, bro, and then the manager right now, he's just gonna look at it and think, yo, like, cool, we can still work with this player here, and that brother's still there, and he gives his all, and it's like, need someone just to grab them and say, yo, bro, you're not good, you're coming off the pitch. Like, yo, you're not doing well, you're coming up. Like, bro, just sort it out, bro, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say, bro? Sort it out, man. Because I'm not seeing this guy Nacho here thinking that he's Ronaldo. I'm sorry, man. And his ego thinking that he is, bro. And he's there, like, not passing to players. The amount of times that Dorgu was overlapping, yeah. Listen, Dorgu didn't play a great game. I ain't going to put gas up Dorgu, yeah. But Dorgu didn't have a great game. Man's not even passing to Dorgu. Don't want to pass to no one.
Yeah, Dorgu was off it yesterday, but the thing is, I couldn't even blame him. And the reason why I couldn't blame him is because you know what's mad, yeah? Man. A lot of the times with Dorgu is like, he does things where his feet are almost too quick. His brain's too quick for his feet. So sometimes the ball will go to Dorgu, yeah? And Dorgu's running towards the ball, and he wants to do a 1-2. He wants to play it and run, but he don't put the right weight on the pass because he's already thinking about making a run. He rushes his work a little bit more. He just needs to slow everything down. If I was his coach, I'd say, bro, just take 0.5 seconds off everything you do, because everything he does, he tries to do it too quickly. That's his biggest problem.
He's trying to press it.
He doesn't wait for the pass to go where it's supposed to go before he makes the run. You know them ones. That's all he does, bro. But he's a good player. But he's trying to do everything too quickly, innit? And he's trying to force the team up the pitch. So instead of making sure the pass lands, it's a quick pass and then he's running off. But it's like, bro, you ain't put no care on that pass, and now we're defending again. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's the only problem with Dorgu. Dorgu's a good player. He makes the right passes, but the weight's not correct. Do you know what I'm saying? He makes the right runs, but he rushes the runs and he goes too early. All it is just, but he's just a bit excited. That's all it is. But he's a young G. Like the manager say, yo, calm it down. That's it. Yeah. Just calm it down. He's a good player.
The pass that played Xerxes played him in, yeah, and then he got to cross it in, right? I think it was, I don't know if it was Garnacho or not. But I felt like for me, he could have run into the box a little bit more rather than playing the pass, because you're ahead of the players. So if anyone touches you, bro, that's a penalty for us, bro. And you've got the momentum, you've got you're driving with the ball. I feel like for me, he could have run into the box. And also, I think for me, sometimes when someone shows you they're trying to cross straight away, like it gets a bit like, yo, first man all the time, bro. Like the way he's crossing, you're openly trying to cross it. People know the cross is coming already. And it's like, it's easy to deal with. So them things will come. Like, I'm not really
again, that's variety you're talking about, Saeed. Yeah, and that variety, the coach again needs to instill these things, bro. Like,
I agree.
Yesterday, like Xerxes played a mad pass. You know the pass I'm talking about when he's running towards the ball and he's played it around the corner.
Yeah, of course.
So why have we got a manager telling him don't come towards the ball when you know that he can do stuff like that? The manager should be telling these guys when the ball gets played into Xerxes, you man get on your bikes and go that way, bro. That's what Salah and Mane used to do. When the ball went into Firmino, them man just went that way, bro. Like, that's all I'll be doing. I'll be telling my wide players and my wing backs, as soon as the ball goes into Xerxes, just run, bro. Don't even look. Just run. Like, the ball's coming, bro. That's what Arsene Wenger used to tell Righty. And even Righty, he said, when I played with Bergkamp, and the same way if you've got a Scholes on your team, I think, who was it? I think it was Rooney or someone. He was like, bro, as soon as the ball got to Scholes, man just ran, bro. Like, I think it was Van Nistelrooy. Van Nistelrooy said, yo, as soon as Scholes got the ball, I just ran. Like, I didn't even look at Scholes. I just ran. Like, when you've got someone like Xerxes on the pitch, and the ball's into his feet, as a wide player, you just need to be running. Like, that's it. Just run. Like, don't look where the ball, just run. Do you know what I'm saying? And these guys are not doing the right things. But you're telling Xerxes don't go towards the ball. Why are you doing that? That kills our attack. That's his biggest strength.
It's ridiculous, bro. You know what the thing is, though? A couple of times it happened, but the problem is, like, Garnacho's was running into flipping blind alleys, bro. He's running into man. You know what I mean, bro? Like, man literally dribbled with the ball, bro, and then he ran into someone and fouled him, bro. Yeah. Obviously, Bruno's not a natural left 10, so altogether, that there isn't gonna work. You feel me? It isn't gonna work, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't know, man. It's like it's almost as if like you've got to just get players in who could do that. Then go and get that Mantato kid that can do that, and just go with like what works rather than getting a player that doesn't have the ability to do
good,
that.
Innit? The manager should be playing him ahead of Dalot. But this is my thing, Saeed. I said yesterday, yeah. If this manager is determined that he wants to play the way he wants to play, play the young players that have the characteristics. Yeah, I'd rather lose 1-0 to Forest with that young kid at right wing back and with Chido up front.
Yeah,
I'd rather lose with them man playing. Do you know what I mean? But I'm not gonna lose with these man, these first teamers, bro. Because it's like if you're gonna play these first teamers, you have to win the game. Do you know what I mean? Because if we was playing a mid-block 4-2-3-1, we beat Forest yesterday. We do. Do you know what I mean? If we were playing Casanugarte, with Bruno in the 10, and then playing a 3 up front, and a 4 at the back, we win that game. Because Ruud van Nistelrooy would have won that game. He would have. Forest didn't create nothing other than the goal, didn't it, bro? Anana didn't make a save yesterday.
No. I thought if that goal didn't happen, I think that would have been a 0-0.
That's a stalemate, my brother. That's what that's.
I've seen this. I told Matisse on the Big Six. I said, bro, it's either they get a goal, and they sit back and they hit the low block, or it's a dead game. And it literally was that. It weren't an exciting game. They were there. I said, you know what? The thing is, again, I don't blame them. They played 120 minutes against Brighton. They were knackered. Gibbs White was ineffective. He didn't look like he was fit. You know, it was only Ilanga, really. They had no Hudson-Odoi. They had no Wood. You get me? Like, they played 120 minutes against United, who were fresh and fit. Man United had to put the game onto Forest, not the other way around. If Forest lose that game, cool. They're still third, I think, or whatever. 1 point behind Chelsea if they win tomorrow. Like, it's okay. Like, they're not going to be. It's not the end of the world. It's not. It's not on the onus. Is what on Nottingham Forest. The onus on Man United to create a different scenario. What can they do? What can we do to beat this team that's in third, right? And we have the onus to not only push for more points, but to get out of this situation. You can't just sit in 13th and not want to progress. You can't do that. You need to be able to be the ones that are on the front foot, because literally at this minute you are. It's a case of, bro, you need to win, bro. It's simple as that. Like, we have to win. You can't just be like, you know what, accept where we are and cool. Because when you lose that Europa League, right? What is it? Everyone's going to be looking at this position where you are in the league. So you've got to keep winning games. I don't understand this idea of, the league's over. No, it's not. It's not over. There's literally 8 more games left.
Yeah, but it's over in the sense that this manager's thrown it away, bro. Because we were 4 points off.
That's dangerous, man.
When he came in.
You do that, Rants, you go into next season under severe pressure.
No, you're right. You're 100% right. Everything you're saying is spot on. But he's thrown this away, bro. Like, I'll be honest, he's thrown it away. And even this comment here, bro, there were 5 Ineos signings playing yesterday. And guess what, if we played, the system that we are used to playing, we get better out of all of them. This is the reality, bro. Xerxes was isolated up front in this bogus system, that's not working, clearly. Do you know what I mean? As much as I don't like Ugarte, we saw him in a double pivot with Cass, in a 4-2-3-1, and he looked like a different player. So it is what it is. Lenny Euro's Lenny Euro. Delit's Delit, and Mazraoui's Mazraoui. Everyone knows that Mazraoui's better at right back than he is at right centre back or right wing back. So we get a better Mazraoui. We get a better Delit. We get a better Lenny Euro. We get a better Ugarte, and we get a better Xerxes, bro. Like, this system is not getting the best out of anyone apart from when Xerxes played in the 10. He's the only player that looks like he's having fun, and that's because he can play football by himself. He don't need no one. Just give him the ball. Like, he's a player that if you just give him the ball at his feet, he'll make things happen. He doesn't need his team, bro. And Ahmad's a bit like that. That's why Ahmad in spells, like, they don't need their teammates. They don't need them. Do you know what I mean? And Kobe's like that sometimes. If you give Kobe the ball, you give Kobe the ball in attacking areas, he don't need no one. He'll go by himself. You don't need them. You'll dribble. He'll nutmeg someone, or he'll draw a foul. Ahmad will do that. Maz can kind of do that sometimes. He can go past people. But the only players that are kind of really looking all right are the players that don't need no one. That's it. Everyone that needs everyone is looking a bit shit. That's why systems are important. Do you know what I mean? Ahmad doesn't save us yesterday. He doesn't save us yesterday because we still look short, bro. The system ain't working, bro.
Ahmad don't save us yesterday.
I don't know if this system, I don't know if this system, the way the manager's playing it, I say the way the manager's playing it, because I believe the system can work. I don't believe the way the manager's playing the system works in this league, because Crystal Palace play the same system as us, and Crystal Palace don't play they don't play a high press like us. They play a mid block when they lose the ball. Do you know what I'm saying? So the way that the manager sets this system up, I don't know if it works in the Premier League. The Premier League is very physical, is very direct. In Portugal, teams are not cutting through that system the same way, because teams don't go from back to front nowhere near as quick as in this league.
But what I would say, though, to challenge your point there, I think he can work in the Premier League if he adapts and he understands.
No, but I'm saying the system as he uses it, it doesn't work.
Yeah, as 100%. Yeah. That
high
right
press, man for man
non-negotiable.
doesn't work in the Premier League. No. Show me any team that's ever been successful with it, bro. Leeds got relegated with that football.
Yeah, especially the 1v1
man to man press. No one does it, bro. From back to front in this league, no one does a man for man press and is successful with it.
But you know when you look at like a Palace, right? Like, I think it's all balance. It's all about balancing it. Like, you got Mateta, who links up the play well. You got Eze, who's comfortable on the right 10. You even got like a Sarr, bro.
Eze is good on as a left 10 as well. It suits him.
Yeah, it suits him. Yeah, it suits his game. Then you got like Ismail Sarr, who for me, like, bro, this guy natural. Like, bro, give me Ismail Sarr all day long. Like, he knows and understands his role well, right? Like, the fullbacks do their job as well. And they're actually going forward a lot. If you actually watch them, especially away from home, bro, they've literally won. I think they've got the best away record than a lot of teams in the Premier League, right? And they bomb on forward, right? The centre-backs are aggressive, so centre-backs are cool. And the guys in midfield, and they can progress the ball.
Yeah.
They can actually progress the ball.
But
and
this is the thing.
Want to get on the front foot.
But this is the thing, Saeed, because someone said in the chat, Palace don't play good football. And here's my thing. Playing good football is not about systems. Playing good football is about having good footballers.
That's it. Yeah. No.
That's what playing good football is about. And sometimes it's not even about having good footballers, because Real Madrid have good footballers, but they don't play good football.
They don't play good football.
What is good football? What is good football? Do you know what I mean?
Barcelona's good football. That's good football.
Yeah, but again, I don't even think aesthetically Barcelona's football is that great, because it's very direct, it's very back to front. But the reason why Barcelona's football looks great is because they got players like Yamal, Pedri, that can De Jong, that can do different things, that make the football look more aesthetically better. But if they played the same system with less good players, it would look like they were just going long.
No, of course, players help massively. But I think the whole kind of like structure of it, it's fluid. It's direct at times as well.
PSG play great football, and again, PSG, you know why? Because they have good players. Like, ultimately, we can't get past the good players thing. And as much as you want to, you can't have Vitinha in your midfield with João Neves and Fabian and flipping fucking whoever, bro, and not play decent football, bro.
And also, and one thing. Listen, I don't particularly rate Luis Enrique yet, but what I've got to give him massive credit for is that he said, you know what, F this striker nonsense, but I don't need to play striker. I want to play Dembele there, and I want to have a front three that interchange. You know what? Cool. I don't need no attacking midfielder. I'm just going to play three midfielders that keep the ball. Do you know what I mean? And then fullbacks, they're pretty much like wingers. We're going to bomb on forward. You see what I'm saying? So they've got like a cohesion within their team. It's like everything.
Yeah, the chemistry.
Like that. Yeah, it's chemistry. But you can literally move them around and it's all fluid. I think even João Neves can play up front, and still keep the ball. There was one time João Neves playing left back. Did you see him? He was playing left back.
But this is the point. If you've got good footballers and you have a framework, you can put them anywhere and you can still see good football.
Yeah.
But ultimately, the football's down to the players, bro. Like when people say prime Arsenal played great football, but when you look at the players that played for Arsenal, these men were all elite footballers, but because of the era they were in, man weren't looking at them like it was something crazy. But players like Samir Nasri, absolute baller. Do you know
No,
what
no,
I'm saying?
bro.
Like Thomas Rositzky.
Yeah,
Do you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? All these
Haleb was a baller.
Haleb, a baller, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking what's his name as well? The little Cazorla. These man are
Cazorla.
ballers, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
do you know what I'm saying? So when you're seeing these things, yeah, that even what's his name, even players like Vermaelen and stuff like that, they're mad.
Bro, Vermaelen was good on the ball, very good on the ball, you know.
Bro, they're mad
Barcelona
technical.
ended up getting him.
But,
La Masia,
but this is what I'm saying to you. These men are all technical. So when man think that you can play amazing technical football, yeah, without technical players, you're crazy. But man are talking about Brighton, yeah. Look at Pascal Gross, bro.
Yeah, I know. I played right back one time, yeah.
Brother, the man are teched off. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man think just because man ain't got like a big name and that, man are not technical. These men are technicians, bro. So ultimately, to play great football, you need technicians. If you don't have technicians, ban all this pretty shit and just win. Like.
Yeah. You know what the thing is, though? This is why, for me, I wanted Hansi Flick in it because I feel like he could adapt to pretty much everything, right? And he could do a mixture of everything. You obviously, obviously, De Zerbi was in there. Your primary one was De Zerbi, right? So it's like things could have been different. You know what I mean? They went in for a manager like this who plays a particular style of play and is stubborn to his ways. And that there, we'll find out if it eventually costs him or not. Like, we will find out. Like, the proof is in the pudding. You know, word to Cams. You know what I mean? Like bro, like, it's there, innit? For me, it's like, we will find out. Like, I'm not emotionally connected. I want him to have more time. I'll be honest with you. I think he deserves at least a transfer window. Don't get me wrong. But the reality is, bro, if you don't start playing well and we don't start getting results and we don't start to see the fruits of what he's trying to do, like, it is going to be eventually a sack. That's just a reality, bro. That's it. Like, if we don't start playing the football we deserve, we can't be a top 10 team next season, bro. You're only getting this chance because it's right now and you came in halfway through or whatever it was. Not even halfway through. You came in, the first quarter of the season? You know, so, and if you don't start addressing these little problems here and there, that's when you go and find out, like, you're persistent with this now. Hold on a minute. We gave you the opportunity to go buy a midfielder. You said, nah, we're going to keep Bruno here. We gave you the opportunity to do this now, but you say you keep it Dalot here. You said, you know what, cool, if you start to persist with that, then you stay on, you basically dying on the hill. And a lot of these managers that get sacked, they tend to die on their hill and they die on their sword. And that's where we're going to see. If he adapts, he understands the game, we attack him more, we're on the front foot more, and we go for it more, he will thrive at Man United. But if he actually persists with all of this, that's when we'll know that, yo, he ain't up for the job. And that's a big concern because I do want him to succeed, but it's like, when I look at
the early signs are not good, Said.
Yeah, the early signs are not good. They're not. They're not. You know what it is, yeah. And sometimes I'm out here and I'm speaking to people in it, and they're like, "Yo, man, Amra's not that great in it." And sometimes I'm like, you know what? A lot of what I'm saying is a lot of hope in that. It's not factual because if it's factual, I'll list off.
Yeah, it's not based on anything you've seen.
No, it's not. A lot of it isn't. Maybe there's 1 or 2 games I can be like, you know what? I've seen a lot of what Amra could do here. But a lot of it isn't. A lot of it is down to next season and the players he've got next season. But I can't guarantee you here that we're going to get X and Y, Z next season and the players we're talking about. I can't.
You know what it is, though? I'm the opposite. I'm more confident on us having a good transfer window than I am of him being able to use the players we get. Do you know what I'm saying? Because when I see the players we're linked with,
Okay. So you're saying
we've been linked with the lap. We've been linked with the lap. If we get the lap, that's a good signing. But the lap's technical, The lap's technical, Like, as much as the lap is like a physical brute, he's technical. Do you know what I'm saying? But then the lap and Xerxes in attack here with players like Kobe Mino, that's technical. Ahmad, technical. Like, bro, we could actually put together a mad technical side. But the thing is, this bro look like he don't like technical footballers. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the way that he sets us up, he looks like he don't really like ball players like that. So it's like, if we did end up getting these players, I don't trust him to pick the right team, bro. That's where I am right now. I don't trust him. I still see him playing Mason Mount ahead of Kobe Mino in the 10.
I know. But he said he really likes Mason Mount.
But that's what I'm saying. The fact that he likes Mount and Bruno, bro, I swear down, I got an allergic reaction instantly.
Yeah, that's scary, bro. Imagine that's our 2 10s next season.
Bro, Bruno and Mount in the 10 behind fucking Delap. Bro, miss me with that.
Yeah.
Delap up front with Bruno and Mount in the 10, bro. And Dorgu and Ahmad. Bro, listen, I'll jump off my balcony now. That's crazy.
You know what it is though? I think for me, he's so scared of what the Premier League is that he's now, I feel like maybe like, I don't know what the word is, like his own style of play, like he's not trusting his own ability as a coach for me. Like, he's not trusting his instincts and what got him to where he is right now.
No, but I think he is trusting. I think he's trusting him. I think it's a big culture shock.
I think it's the true form of Amarin. I don't think it is.
I believe it is. And the reason why I say that,
I disagree.
Nah. The reason why you're not giving him enough credit. Do you know what I'm saying? I think you need to give Amarin more credit. I believe, that as a human being, he's stubborn enough to know who he is and what he is. And the fact that he came in saying, I'm going to do things my way, and if I don't, then I'll see it as a failure. I believe he knows what he's doing. I just believe that what he's doing ain't as good as he thinks it is. I'll be real.
Okay, let me give you an example, Thiago Motta.
Yes.
Brilliant at Bologna. Amazing stuff. He's doing all of this. He's playing one of the best football. I remember the Bologna fan speaking to me. Best football in the league, right? Got top 4. He goes to the Juventus team, gets the amount of money that he does, and he goes away from all of his principles, and he's like almost a different person. Is that him? Or is that him just kind of saying, you know what? I've kind of almost changed what I believe in just because I'm at a different club, and I feel like I have to do that to survive. And you lose yourself.
I think it's different. I think
you lose yourself, though. I think
but Saeed, the reason why I think it's different, is because you're at a club like Bologna who are gonna allow you to build and also kind of build the team in your own image, and then on top of that, you don't have the pressure to succeed right away. So it's almost a free hit. Do you know what I mean? It's like Graham Potter at Brighton. Doing it at Brighton and doing it at Chelsea is not the same thing.
No, I get it.
You understand what I'm saying? So the thing is, even if you make the same mistakes at Chelsea that you make at Brighton, at Brighton, you won't lose your job. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's one of them ones where with Motta, people are saying he played the best football. I'm a big fan of Motta, and I loved his football, but I understood what his football is. His football is very patient, and the build-up is very slow. When you're at Juventus, you kind of, because of the culture at Juventus, you kind of can't play like that. Do you know what I mean? It's the same with Man United. Remember when Amarim was like, like when they beat Man City, he was like, at Man United, I can't play like this. Because at Man United, there's a certain expectation.
Yeah.
So the expectation at Juventus...
though, bro. Yes or no?
Oh, what's that?
The club buy into your philosophy.
But they do, but the history of the club will always be there. Do you understand what I'm saying? So even if the club say, you know what, Thiago, we trust the way you play football. Bro, the fans are like, boo, like, bro, you're getting sacked. It don't matter if the owners are like, yeah, cool, we believe in what you're doing. The fans don't believe. And if the fans don't believe, you're getting sacked, bro. Because the fans are the ones that start bringing the white handkerchiefs and start pulling up to man's yard, bro. You're getting sacked. Do you know what I'm saying? If the ultras are like, yo, we're pulling up on this guy next week, the owners are going to sack you, bro. Like, it don't matter what the owners think, bro. The fans run the clubs in Italy, and the fans run the clubs everywhere. The difference is Man United fans are too shook, bro. That's all it is, because our fans ain't really on anything, bro. We're one new signing away from forgetting everything we're unhappy about. Like, this is it. In Italy, nah, bro. Man will pull up to your yard, bro, with the handkerchiefs, bro, and start beeping the horn outside. You're not sleeping.
They might have built different, bro. They might have built different.
So Motta, good coach. However, he's still a relatively new coach, bro. Do you know what I mean? And when you look at these relatively new coaches, they're still finding their feet. They don't know who they are, bro. They don't really know who they are. They don't know how they're gonna react under pressure or when they're losing. Because look at our manager. He's never been in a situation, where man's been losing like this, because when he took over Sporting, they were averaging a third in the league finish, bro. So man are going on like Sporting was some mid-table team, and he took these man to the promised land, bro. They was averaging finishing third in the league anyway. So he never went through a period like this where he was losing more games than he was winning. He didn't. Like, this is the first time this is happening to him, and you can see that he's questioning himself, because this is a new feeling for him. Do you get it? Same with Pep. Pep's in his life has never been getting his head back slapped the way it's getting slapped now. He don't know what to do. Pep's not sleeping at night. I promise you, Pep don't sleep at night.
Nah, you don't sleep, bro. You don't sleep.
Do you know what I'm saying? Pep would have aged, more in the last 10 months than he's aged in the last 10 years. I promise you. The bro don't sleep because he's not used to this. Do you know what I'm saying? That bro, like, he's on some Sean Dyche run right now. Like, bro, like, he's getting used to losing.
Yeah, their record's crazy right now.
brother. Like, bro, man
Even
need to
yet,
understand it.
them.
This is new territory, Saeed, for these man. This is new. You see the thing with me, yeah? My footballing philosophy, yeah, is not a system. It's not a formation. So because of that, because I'm pragmatic like that, even though I want to play attacking football and I believe that you need to have a certain technical level, the way I see football is not a system. It's not a formation. It's give me the players and I'll tell you how I'm going to play. I'll tell you how I'm going to set this team up once you give me the players. I'm going to say,
So what the thing is for me, we don't know the players in it that are going to come in, yeah. So one of them is still up here, but we don't know what he likes as a midfielder. We don't know because he's just taking off Bruno Ugarte off. Then he's putting Casemiro and Bruno, and he loves Bruno playing deep. So we don't know like what.
I would argue that it doesn't matter, Saeed.
Kabamino, for example, yeah. Okay, he's better in the 10, yeah, but like I don't think he rates Kabamino like that we do. I don't think so.
Yeah, but again, he doesn't. I don't think he rates technical players. That's my thing. He just likes runners because his system, he needs runners in his system because his system, yeah, you have to cover so much ground, yeah, that he has to like runners. He has to like runners because without runners, his system doesn't work. Do you see what I mean, Saeed? So his system and runners are married. Like you need one. You can't have one without the other. So he's reliant on athletic players, yeah. And it just so happens the most athletic players aren't the most technical. So this is where the problem lies. Whereas me, I'm more than happy to play in a mid block. I don't give a fuck, bro. This man for man pressing, bro, it's tiring, bro. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Even when I played football, I didn't like to run that much. So I can sympathize with players.
Well, the best players in the world didn't want to run that much.
Yeah, but why, bro?
Because Iniesta, them are running.
What makes you, if you're a good technical footballer, yeah, what makes you fall in love with football is having the ball at your feet.
Yeah.
So you don't want to run because I'm not here to run. I'm here to play football. Just give me the ball.
It's not athletics.
Do you know what I'm saying? Give me the ball, like. Do you know what I'm saying? So because I want a team full of ballers, I have to minimize all of their running. And the easiest way to minimize their running is a mid block. You've lost the ball. Don't press. Get back in shape. That's it. Get back in shape. That's what Real Madrid do. That's what Carlo's been doing forever. You've lost the ball, bro. Vinny don't want to press. Mbappe don't want to press. Valverde is probably the only player that don't mind running a man down. Everyone else is like, you know what? We'll fall back. Do you know what I'm saying? Kroos don't want to press. Modric don't want to press. Cass don't want to press. We fall back. Do you know what I'm saying? So there's nothing wrong with saying, yo, let the players play football. When we don't have when we're not playing football, just look busy, innit? Drop behind the ball. Just look busy.
Yeah.
Just look busy. Like that's it. More times, if you get behind the ball, the other team will give you the ball side. You don't even need to win the ball. They'll give it to you.
So the thing is, right, okay, cool. So next season, right, we lose Eriksen. That's one technical midfield that you lose, right? Casemiro might be out the door. Yeah. So we got a midfield of what? Kobe,
Bruno Mount,
Collier, Mount.
They're all runners apart from Kobe Minor.
Yeah, they're all runners, right? So there's no one really keeping the ball, right? Then you look at the 10s row. Okay, cool. Got Ahmad there. I don't know what he's gonna do with Anthony. He don't rate him for some reason. Cool,
bro.
Anthony.
Did you see the Anthony quotes compared to the Rashford quotes as well?
Yeah,
you see what I told you, man, when he was talking about physics.
To be fair, though, I think he learned his lesson because he was like, you know what, I don't want to over-explain myself, and then later on down the line having to then readdress it because that's what he does. He says something that he doesn't need to say, then gets in trouble for it. Then the people then say to him, right, what did you mean by that? That's why he's not said the same thing about Rashford.
No, but here's my thing though, because he was talking about the physicality in La Liga, yeah, to try downplay Anthony's impact. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what he did. And then they're asking him about Rashford, and he ain't got the same energy for the Rashford thing. Oh, we know he's a good player and this, that, and the other.
Yeah,
bro, listen, don't allow it, man.
But
Anthony's doing better than Rashford, bro.
Hey?
Anthony's doing better than Rashford. Like, there's no way of dressing it up. So why have you got the same energy for both players? He just don't like Anthony, bro. Anthony never got a fair chance under this manager, bro. Like he didn't, no matter what anyone thinks.
I think for me, I think the media are trying to catch him out in it, and they want him to do this. They want him to do headline talk in it and talk on. It's like yesterday when they were speaking about Elanga. Like he's saying the truth. Like Elanga didn't cut at United. That's their problem and that's ours. You know what I mean? Like it is what it is. Like I feel like now because the pressure's turning on now to what you didn't have to what you've got right now, and that is on the manager. So when he let go of them players and he full well knew that he weren't getting anyone in, the media are right now to say, bro, you've got Rashford and Anthony cooking and your man that you've got here that you kept and you said you wanted to keep are not doing their job. So now this is what's happening. It's just reality. You made your decision. You made your bed. You lie on it, and now you are going to get these questions. It is what it is.
100%. And you know what's mad? All this talk, Isco talking about we need to crowdfund to keep Anthony. Have you man heard anything about Aston Villa paying that Rashford fee?
No, because I think Rashford wants to go to Barcelona.
Brother, they don't want that you. I'm telling you, they ain't seen nothing that's going to make them put their hands in their pocket. Nothing at all. We're not getting no money from Villa for my G. Nothing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? They're not paying that. Do you know what I mean? So
they got good recruitment. They'll get someone else in. And
come on, bro. They're gonna get some young youth from League One or something like that. Yeah,
they'll get
some little French youth or something that's better than Rashford.
Yeah. Listen, I think I know Barcelona fans won't like it, but he wants to move because he said it in his interview, bro. It's a short-term thing, you know what I mean? And I'm not lying to you. I think for me, he wants to go and play for a top club like Barcelona. He said he's got his dream on Barcelona. There, bro, they can't even re-sign bloody Paul Victor and them.
Bro, the football that Barcelona play, he would suit Hansi Flick, yeah. However, I can't lie. Rafinha on paper is one of the best attackers in the world right now. Like, Rashford ain't getting in that team.
No, unless he plays up front, but then Lewandowski's there and maybe he's a backup to Lewandowski. I don't know. I don't know, but I think Rashford right now, he'd rather be part of something than be the main man right now. I think he's maybe humbled himself a little bit.
But bro, to be honest, Rashford always should have been the kind of player that was part of a team and never been the main man in the first place. That was always his ceiling.
That was always his ceiling. But obviously, the ego, the fans, you know what I mean, and everything, the media, they propelled him to be someone that he's not in it. And
you know what's funny? I don't even think it's an ego thing with Rashford. You know, I used to think that. However,
I still think that. I think he still thinks he's better than what he is.
But you know what it is, yeah? I think he thinks he's better than he is, but I don't necessarily put that down to ego. I put that down to
it's not a bad thing, no. I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
No. You're right. Yeah. You're right, but let me tell you why I don't think it's down to ego. I think it's down to how the club have treated him. I think the club have propelled him to such a level where if you're Rashford, it's kind of impossible not to believe you're that guy.
When you get the wages, when you get the number 10 shirt, yeah.
Because think about it. Yeah, the wages, the number 10 shirt, they've made you the face of the club. They're always talking about the fact that you came through the academy and all these things. You're the role model for all the kids coming through and all that. Brother, even if you were the most humble brain in the world, it would get to the point where you start to believe the hype, because it's like, bro, they're treating me like this. So it gets to the point where you have to say, you know what? These men are treating me like I'm that guy. Maybe I'm that guy, bruv. Do you get what I'm saying?
I'm that guy. Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I don't think that Rashford, is mad arrogant. And the reason why I say that is because Oli came out and basically indirectly told us that he turned down the armband. He didn't want it.
Yeah, he didn't want it.
Do you remember the overlap? I don't know if you don't remember. In the overlap, they done the thing. And Oli, kind of came out and said, yo, he didn't want the armband. So that means he was like, I know I'm not that guy. I don't want that kind of pressure. I don't want that. Like, he kind of just wanted to be a part of the team. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he never really wanted everything that came with playing for Man United. He didn't want that. Do you know what I'm saying? He just wanted to be a member of the team, and he kind of wanted to be what Jay Lings was, like just the guy that's just there. Do you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, Man United thrust him to the forefront of everything they were doing, and his whole brand blew up. But in his head, he didn't want to be that guy.
No.
He didn't want to be that guy.
He should never been that. But now we're getting beef with Garnacho and Rashford fans, man. And you lot deserve this for keeping Garnacho, bro. We don't want to keep Garnacho, and I don't want to keep Rashford. Both need to go. You know what I mean, bro? We honestly, our fan base, we're finished, man. Like we're having Garnacho and Rashford beef, bro. You know what I mean? When we used to have a front three that back in the day was unbelievable, bro. And like we've seen better talent that's coming through the football club, bro. And this is ultimately where we're at right now. And
bro, we saw Salif Ferguson get rid of Carlos Tevez, because of agents' fees, and these men are crying over Garnacho, bro.
Yeah.
Carlos Tevez,
bro. Like I don't know, man. I don't know if we missed the boat with Garnacho. That summer, that January was so close, man. I don't know, man. Chelsea, man, bloody hell. They're not. You think they're coming back for Garnacho now?
No chance, bro. But this is why I said we needed to sell him in Jan. The reason why I said that is because they're gonna have so many more options, yeah. In the summer that they're never circling the block for him.
Never,
That's
bro.
crazy. We should have taken advantage of the desperation.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes, yeah. And I remember in January there was some Chelsea. I don't know if they were in good form or anything like that, but I don't know if their forward line was as free flowing, yeah, at that time, yeah. But bro, like they were desperate for something different, bro. I remember, and Garnacho was there, bro, at the right price. They were negotiating. You know what I mean? People saying that Garnacho wanted more wages, but United simply wanted more money. We got too greedy. The fan base got too greedy. Fan base were writing letters again online saying we shouldn't sell one of our academy graduates. It's wrong. You know what I mean? It's absolutely ludicrous. Like, you know, and Musa says it, man. We're not qualified, bro. Like, how on earth, yeah, do you literally look at a player and think, yeah, he's gonna improve, and we're gonna be missing out on a 70 million pound player? Like, how about we just look at what we have right now, and we have a player that is massively overrated, that ain't good enough.
And also his attitude doesn't even help. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro.
At least if he was like Scott and he was a bit more humble, yeah, and he was just like, yo, I'm just here to do a job for the team, and like if the manager needs me. This brother, do you know what I'm saying? This brother really, really thought he was CR7, bro. And this is what's killing me. This is what's killing me about the whole thing, because I called out his ability and his attitude. But the thing that annoyed me the most about him, yeah, was actually his attitude and the way he carries himself. It wasn't his ability, because I've seen bad players at Manchester United. Do you know what I mean? Like, but obviously he's one of the worst I've seen. But the way he carries himself is what pisses me off the most. It's the lack of humility. It's the lack of self-awareness. It's the greed. Do you know what I'm saying? If I had a player that was trying really, really hard for the team, yeah, and he was selfless, I could see that he was doing everything he could for the team, but he just wasn't good enough, I could live with that. But because I can see that the brother's out there playing for himself and for Instagram photos and reels to post of himself and stuff, like, bro, it winds me up, because I could tell that everything he does, he's not doing it for the team.
No.
Do you know what I'm saying? And this is the worst thing about it, because yesterday you should have fouled Alanga for the team.
Yeah.
You should have fouled him. Like, what are you doing? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, there was no, bro, if you really wanted to foul him, you would have fouled him. He ran there and kind of dangled a leg out. Run and just, bro, if that's Casemiro would have just kicked man into the air, just said to the ref, thumbs up, safe for the yellow. There you go. No problem. Cass would have kicked man down. No problems. The bro actually, like, what was he doing?
Bro, I don't know what he's doing. He's eating grass, bro. That's what he was doing.
Bro, he didn't want to get there, Saeed. You know when man run back, but they don't really want to get there? Because if you look at Dorgu's face in the replay, Dorgu's literally like, when you see his breaking his neck,
bro.
Yeah, Dorgu's breaking his neck here. You can see, you know, when a man's running at full capacity and you see the red light turning on, you can see Dorgu like is blowing, and you see Garnacho's not really breaking a neck to get back like that. He's running back, but he's not bursting a blood vessel to get back. He should have ran and just kicked man up in the air, taken the yellow card, and we're cool.
Yeah,
all of a sudden, this whole show's different, you know, Saeed.
Of course, bro. The whole show, bro. The whole show's different, man. You know what I mean? We're looking at, okay, cool. No, it is what it is. Like, we didn't do enough. We'd be analyzing things differently, but then I just think his whole demeanor, bro. I just can't stand him right now in a minute, bro. I think he should be dropped and he should be humbled, man. He's just not been humbled, bro. Like, he's been given what he wants. He's spoiled. And broski, like, I just don't like his whole way. Like, the fact that he don't really want to pass to anyone, the way you don't want to do nothing, and it's just
look at all them shots and none on target, bro. Like, man should be telling him not to shoot, bro. That's what the manager should be saying to him, bro. Pass the ball. You man, remember Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, the red card that my man got, bro, when he ran down my man, kicked him.
Bro, I remember that one. And he
just walked off the pitch, Saeed, bro. He didn't even look at the ref, bro. Man said, bro, bro, if you do that and you're playing for me, I'll pay the fine.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, bro? Listen, bro, we're going out for dinner after the game, you know, on me.
Yeah.
You talking about? If you're one of my players and you do that, bro, what? That's what Garnacho needed to do yesterday. Run man down, boom. That's it. Like he owes you money. Yellow card, take the yellow card. Safe ref. Bro, your teammates are patting you on the back there, you know.
Bro,
if you ran and you just took man out.
You got respect there, bro. You know what I mean? People say, you know what? Bro. Fair play to you, man. You know what I mean? You did your thing there, bro. But unfortunately, this is a problem that we have right now, man. We don't have these sort of players, and they're just soft, bro. These players that we got right now, they're very, very soft, bro. Like they're just weak, bro. And with him, I feel like for me, no goal could justify his ability. No goal. You know what it is, people, when they score goals and that, like the whole kind of state is always inflated straight away. It's like,
yeah, because it's like Saeed, Garnacho scored. Hold that. That's what it is. Yeah. It's hold that.
Where would we be?
What I mean? It's hold.
Where would we be? Where would this happen? Where's that? You know what I mean? It's like, bro, everything has to be like, and this is when United fans in a nutshell, bro. Literally, like they score a goal, every single thing that they've done, forget about it.
Yeah.
And then when we don't win, and then everything comes back into light. Oh man, I hate him. But how about you just keep the same level? Yeah. Just give credit where it's due. Cool. Say no more, but don't go overboard. That's it. Yeah, and make your apologies loud and respect. This is what I'm trying to say, bro. It's every single time. And now I'm starting to finally see some people say, oh, you know what? I feel like maybe now, for more than ever, everyone's now on the same level with Garnacho. Everyone's on the same level with Højlund. So that's two players.
They done the same thing with Scott McTominay as well.
Yeah,
they done the same thing with Scott. Yeah, it was like, bro, you'll stink the place out. You'll score a goal, and man would be like, oh, Rants, hold that. You know what I'm saying? Remember the start of the season? These men were telling me, oh, Scott McTominay's he's mashing up Serie A and all them things. Oh, we shouldn't have, bruv. The Brez got 6 goals, blood. The season's nearly over, bruv. 6. You know them ones. These men were talking like man was chefing up the league, you know. They was talking like man was out there bodying off the league. Man's got 6 goals, bruv. Do you see what I'm trying to say? So this is what these guys do. Man think a 1 goal is gonna rub out all the foolishness that man do on a day-to-day basis. Like it doesn't.
Yeah,
it doesn't. And this is the football that this is what we live in right now. We live in a society right now where it's like them man think that doing one thing can rub out everything else. Like that's not how life works. Not how real life works, but that's how online football life works.
Yeah. Nah, and then you know what it is, and that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, it's like for me, it's like, bro, like credit in the bank, bro. Like the way it's earned right now is mad, bro. The way credit is earned, like, oh yeah, you know what? Like, bro, we ain't been doing nothing, bro. Like, what are we doing? We're 30th, bro. Man, are telling me to hold. Real talk,
yesterday, I had man in the chat saying, "Oh, Rants, Xerxes, Stinker, and Hooked," and it's like, bro, what are you doing? Like the whole team was dead, yeah, and we lost. It wasn't no Xerxes, Stinker, and Hooked.
But the thing is, though, the more I look at
Xerxes, been our best player for the last 6 weeks.
I watched the game back again, though. I don't think Xerxes' performance was as bad as people say it was.
It wasn't a bad performance.
I watched it. No, honestly, because yesterday I came out of the game thinking, yo, Xerxes, man, yo, I didn't really feel your game today. But then I watched the game again. I was like, yo, the passes that he was making in behind.
Brother, he done good things, bro, like throughout the whole game. Do you know what I mean? But because it didn't lead to anything.
Yeah, I know.
Man overlooked it, but his touches were good. His passing was good. Like, bro, he did what he needed to do. Do you understand what I'm saying? But because of that, yeah, man, they were like Stinker and Hooks. It's like, bro, there was never a Stinker, bro. Like, never.
Yeah. The real thing was Garnacho and Bruno. That was them.
Yeah, Bruno was awful yesterday. Then again, favorites though. Their favorite Saeed. They can't have stinkers.
But the thing is, though, this is where stats are crazy, though. Like, I think Bruno got an 8.2 on SofaScore. I think it was.
Because of chances created, bro. You know what I mean? That's it. Because them spammed balls into the box, they get you good stats.
Oh my days, bro.
Big chances created. X assists, expected assists from corners. Yeah, bro. This is how you get your stats up, man. Take all the set pieces. Take all of them,
man. And then you'll get this graph now where that 8.2 will be added to the.
And then someone will do a screenshot and show you all the 8s that he got and tell you that man's been playing sick. Man lost possession 31 times and got 8.1. This is what I'm trying to say. This is why the stats culture has ruined the game, because now
it's
the confirmation bias now. Man are looking for bullshit. They're looking for the stats to back up the eye test, whereas it should be the other way around.
Yeah,
do you know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Like, they're looking for the stats to override the eye test, whereas you should be looking at the eye test and then looking at the stats after. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is what it is. They're looking at the stats first, and then they're trying to pick out little things to show me why the stats mean something. How are you going to lose the ball 31 times, get 8 points something on SofaScore when you're a midfielder, bro?
Midfielder, bro.
A midfielder giving the ball away and you got an 8. Brother, it's not serious. I'll be real. The game is in the bin, bro.
Yeah. Nah. The game is actually in the bin, bro. Like seriously, man.
Brother,
Like,
Garnacho got 7.4, blood.
nah.
How do you get 7, bro?
Yeah, because he maybe had shot and he was trying or something. Maybe
Brother, it should have been a 2. And that's because I've never seen a 1.
Yeah.
Like this one, how do you get 7 for that? For that?
Yeah.
Come on now. You know what I mean? Guys, unbelievable stuff, bro. You know what
And
I'm
then
saying?
I don't know if you see, but we are linked with Javi Simmons as well. I don't know, man.
But I don't want Javi Simmons, bro. Listen, he's a good player, but listen, I don't want him. Not with this manager and this team. It doesn't make no sense.
Team, yeah, bro.
And didn't he just sign for big money at Leipzig? Yeah. Didn't they spend like 70 million or something on him? So
yeah. No, I've actually like he's a player that has flashes of moments here, but never really anything coherent to be like, you know what, I really rate this guy.
Javi Simmons is a good, tidy player, no more than that. He's just tidy. You know,
he's just tidy, bro. Like, yeah, bro. It's just nice with it. It looks good sometimes, but then most of the time it ain't looking pretty, and it ain't that much money that they're saying 70 million and that 80 million. Nah, bro.
That's loads for a player like him. I could get 2 players better than him for less than that.
That's what I'm saying. Are you mad?
Bruv, what 80 million? Bro, listen, I'll go get Ryan Cherky and someone else here for the 70 mil. For 70 mil, I can get Edison and Cherky, blood. Like, bro, run me that. What's man talking about? Listen.
That's what I'm trying to say, bro.
You ain't getting 70 mil from me, bro. Get out of it.
Yeah, but nah, I'm not with it, bro. I ain't with that, bro.
That's crazy, man. You lot, let's get these lights up, man. We got nearly 2K in here. We're only on 500 lights, bro. We need to be on 800. We're redirecting to Man Them Talk, and I'm gonna watch the Barca game later on tonight as well, guys.
Yeah, same.
So you get me. I'll be back here like 8:15. I think it kicks off at 5:30. You get me. So yeah, you lot, we're redirecting to Saeed's channel, so make sure you hit a Rants raid. Obviously, the link to Saeed's channel is in the title. Let them know what we got coming up in the next show, bro.
Yeah, man, we're gonna be discussing more so on the United talk on there, man. You get me? Danny's gonna be there. The man I'm going to be pulling up on that. So, yeah, man, we're going to obviously carry on the conversation. And obviously later on, the watch-alongs, man. You know what I mean? Barcelona game should be a good game. I think it ended 4-4 last time, innit? So, and the game last night was crazy, bro. Real Madrid. Flipping hell.
They lost, didn't they, or something?
They won. They drew 4-4 with Real Sociedad.
But when they 2-1 down or something at one point, I saw.
No, I think they were 1-0 up obviously on the first leg, but I think they were 2-1 up or whatever it was. But yeah,
okay, 2-1 up. I thought they were 2-1 down.
There's some bad games on tonight, man. So yeah, man, just tune in later on, and yeah, man, big up to everyone locked in, man.
All right, people. So yeah, man, I'll see you guys over on Saeed's channel. Drop the Rants raid in the chat.